Hey, it's Videobob. We've been working on this ambulance, and I know I haven't posted a video in the last couple of weeks, so I thought I'd give you an update and show you what we're doing and what's going on. Okay, Vanlifers. Well, we're working on this ambulance, and if you haven't seen the other videos, if you're just finding this one for the first time, go check our links at the end and in the description. You can see what we're doing. This is a 2010 Horton. This is a full-size, big International 4300 ambulance, and we're going to turn it into my camper. So we're doing a lot of different things, and I haven't done a video in the last couple of weeks because, you know, we had Christmas, we had New Year's, been a lot of things going on. So I'll just show you what's up, and it's kind of a little bit of a continuation of what was going on in the last video, but I want to show you some of the things we did. It's a total mess in here. We're ripping things apart, getting it ready. We've got this sink. It's above the counter basin glued in. It's got like an epoxy it's on there nice and tight, but we haven't gotten it plumbed in yet. We're working on that. We're gonna be putting a door here, and there'll be a bathroom in there. I got this fresh water tank, and I found, you know, I checked all the measurements till I found one that fit this area exactly. So this is gonna mount here. We're gonna make some straps that go there of the water pump in here. And we built this. It kind of scrapes a little right here. I don't like that. We need to fix it. But anyway, this is where the bench used to be, and we just continued on where the bench was, and we made this to hold a 30-inch mattress. So we've been going through this wiring. We're going to mount this USB right there, which is also a plug, and I'll be able to plug my phone in and things once this wall is put back in. Really take a look at, you guys that are doing Sprinter vans and box trucks and school buses, there is nothing built like this ambulance. This is, you see that? That is aluminum. The exterior of this thing is aluminum. This is aluminum. I mean, it is built like a tank, which can be problematic when you're trying to drill holes and run piping and wiring through. But let me tell you, it's epically built. It is epic. I might have to shave a little corner on the right because I don't like the way it scrapes there, but I don't have to lift this that often, and besides there's going to be a mattress there. But this is where the water stuff is going to go, and we'll talk about a lot about what's gonna be. Let me show you something that we did, though. I'm really happy with these stairs, so check this out. We put in, my guy Michael who's working with me helped me do this. Check out this RV step. Now, so we designed it. It has a built-in little light in it, and we tagged off of that, and we put in two fog lights, one that's facing out and one that's facing down, so that when you open the door, it automatically lights up underneath. So there's a light shining straight down, and then this one that lights up the whole area, and it makes it so much easier to get in and out. Now the important thing is we actually had to wire this into the constant hot, because there's a cutoff switch on all ambulances that kills all the power. But we wanted this to be able to work whether or not the power was working or not. And so we have that set up, and I'm just so impressed with how that works. I know you can't see it too well out here in the dark, but let me tell you, when it's dark out and you're somewhere like on the side of the road, you want to be able to see what's directly under you and what's ahead of you as well. I mean, these are a couple of small little fog lights that I got from Harbor Freight. And, you know, the way the ambulance is set up, it has an not emergency, but it has what's called the fluorescent timer. So it turns these lights on, and they're on a 10-minute timer. And that works even when the battery, or the main power is cut off. So that way you can still, operate. Now, I had bought this didn't fit. I had ordered this thing this is called the auto drain, and what this does is this connects to your valve assembly and has a remote control unit, and will open and close your valve remotely. And the plan is to mount the black tank underneath here, and this will be hooked up to a control, and this control will run all the way to the cab, where I'll be able to open and close the drain, and this light tells you that it's open. But this doesn't fit. I gotta take it back. I went ahead and bought a 100-foot roll of this of trailer wiring harness, because you're gonna need it eventually anyway. So those are projects we're working on. It's kind of dark in here, but I thought I'd turn on this light. So I've ordered a custom stereo. because these are single den units. But check this out. This is what we're going to do, right? This is just a blank panel And actually, these switches were up here. So my guy Mike, who's working with me, we moved these down here because this is like, you don't really need to get to these. These are part of the maintenance of the fuel system. And then these, this is an interrupter for blinking your, you know, courtesy lights at somebody, right? And I don't really need that, but it's easier to get to there. So this was up here. We moved it to here. We relocated it. And this is just a blank panel that's here. And here's some of my ambulance buddies coming right at me. Okay. So I'm going to put a double DIN unit here because I'd been looking everywhere for a single DIN unit. And then we realized we have all this space here. We're going to put a double DIN unit here. So we're going to do that. Then we're also going to have this video screen we're going to build a custom bracket, and it's going to be like mounted this way right here, like that. So for my camera system. Then we have a really cool brake controller that's split up into separate pieces. I'll show you how that's going to work. It's going to be in, we're going to have, here's the controller for it, right? So this will be the finger button, and it's going to be probably right here where I think I'm going to put it, where I can reach over and hit the brake. And it's cool because it comes in separate pieces. So this is the actual brake controller, and it will mount inside this box. And I'll be able to, you know, remotely do it. Instead of having it hit your knee, which I think a lot of them are set up to do. What other cool thing have we done in here? Like, there's a lot of space in here for doing whatever you want. There's a spotlight over there that's going to go up on the roof, and we're going to talk about that later. So, you know, if you're into this kind of stuff, you're going to want to like and follow. It's going to be fun. Now that I have my scene lights on, well, you know what? They're going to go off when I shut the door. So, yeah, shit. Anyway, when the module's on, you've got what's called the scene lights, and they just light up the whole area, which is great because if you're doing something, that's fantastic. But what's also cool is that when the module's on, you have these LED light bars in here. And I want to figure out how to maybe operate these without opening the door, because this area is going to be the toilet area. That's going to be the bathroom. So I'm probably just going to put a light up there that I just reach up and turn on manually, like click it on. Let's see here. Come around here. See, it's really cool how there's these interior LED lights that just come with the ambulance. In here is where all the electrical is going to be. We're going to have a 3,000 watt inverter here and a charger and all kinds of things because the original one was removed. But there's plenty of room here for batteries and things like that. But we don't know what we're going to do with this other weird cabinet here. Got a roll of carpet in there, but you can see it's kind of interesting. So we'll do this again in the daylight. Here's a look into the cab again, and that module, which is super cool, where you can control all the lights and the sirens and all that. So just following up on this step, because I think you guys would be very interested in this. So I'll put a link in the description of the particular step I used. It may not be the right one for you for width and length, but basically you can kind of see how it was mounted. It just bolts up in there, and then it has a simple, really simple system. You just put power to it. And then it has these little sensors, and I'm not sure exactly where he put them. He put it, oh, it's right there. He put it right there. So it's got a magnetic sensor, and as long as, see that little sensor up there? If I come up here, maybe you can see. So as soon as this sensor gets even close to it, you can hear it retract. That's how far away it has to be. Not very far at all. It's a very sensitive magnetic proximity little relay sensor, and so that when that steps away, stuff comes out. And since the step has its own built-in LED light here, we just tagged off of that, and we could add these other two. These were very low wattage LEDs that I bought from Harbor Freight, and I don't know if you could tell because it's so bright, but it's a flush mount thing. So we just had to drill a hole for the wire, put it through there, and maybe if I put the camera up there, you can kind of see how it went. But very sturdy. I mean, like, very sturdy. And even though it's just, you know, a few inches, it really makes a difference. My old knees jumping out of this thing. Why these aren't on there already, I don't know. But so I got, I don't know, let's say 400 bucks in that. And maybe that's a lot of money for a lot of people, but we really want to do a little bit more of a Cadillac version of a camper. You know, that's why we're using this ambulance. The build quality in these things, I mean, I can't rant and rave about this enough, but the way these latches are, the construction of these cabinets is unparalleled. You know, you couldn't really, I mean, you could, I mean, because they did, but I mean, it's not easy to replicate this type of build quality doing it yourself with, you know, like wood, you know. It's a whole other level of quality and production. The wiring, check out the wiring coming up through this thing. Oh my God. Right? So we're going to be routing wiring for cameras and all that kind of stuff along here through back here. Now, eventually my plan is I'm going to put a mini split here. The outside unit will be in this cabinet there, where we will cut a hole in the floor for fresh air inlet up, and we'll suck through, and then we'll put vents on those doors that'll blow out. And then I'll have a mini split that'll fit perfectly here. I'll have to duck when I go under here, but I'll primarily be using the regular door with the steps, because that's kind of a high jump, right? And this is some, now with the step, thank you so much, Michael, for getting this done for me. And now I can do that. I know this is a really short video and we didn't really cover a lot of the actual build stuff. You guys who follow my channel know that it's just a lot of work going back and forth between here and Dallas. And I moved my mom out here, so that's been a lot of a chore. And we've been working on the warehouse. I'll show you what we've been doing in here. It's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, it's a complete mess in here. You know, this is some of the stuff I brought back from Dallas. You know, we've got this 3,000 watt Duracell, we've got this 20 amp charger, we've got 12 volt deals, we've got battery isolators that we're installing. You know, I loaded up on wire and clamps, things I'm gonna need. We've been loading up the toolbox. I just got some more machine tools. You know, I just got this bandsaw here. Just put this drill press in and this bench grinder and things. And, you know, just getting things here. Yeah, by the way, there's a DeLorean time machine. For those of you that don't watch my channel that's never seen it before, this is the kind of stuff we build here. I've been working on getting my toolbox together. And that doesn't go there. Okay. This wrench, I should have done a video just on this wrench. I found this wrench, didn't look like this driver. I found this here in all the stuff, and it was just a rusty blob. And I restored this roundabouts by putting it on that, you know, brush sander. Took it completely apart, and it is smooth as silk now. Let me see here. I can do that one-handed, but you know, it's. Anyway, I'm not familiar with this brand. If any of you guys have ever heard of this, Plume, I don't know what that is, but I don't know how old it is or what era it's from, but I restored it, and it's part of the story of this place. So I have it, but yeah, you can see I've been working on putting together the tools. This is all Harbor Freight Icon series. Very, very happy. Very happy with all this stuff. This stuff is fantastic. Got all their Storehouse brand nuts and bolts, because you never know when you need something. Got my impacts. Milwaukee. This goes here. This is my latest acquisition, little portable handheld right angle impact. Let's see. Hammers and thwackers. And more Milwaukee tools. Let's see what we got here. Icon. I'm really happy with the Icon tools, guys. The people love to see what's in my toolbox. And now you get to have a look. More Icon. Ow. Some other stuff. I don't know what's in here. Ah, Doyle. That's a riveter. This is really cool. You know, you got a little saddle thing here you can put your Milwaukee drills into. Got a charging bay in here. I've got my Autel in here charging. Yeah, that's a riding thing. There's nothing. Okay. Anyway, it's a mess. We're trying to get it ready. This other room here, and keep in mind, we're under construction, so things are a mess. So this room, we pulled up all this tile. We're gonna sand down this floor and epoxy the floor. We're gonna probably maybe FRP these walls. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do, but I wanna make it real industrial. Probably gonna do the walls in red and black with a gray floor. Just got this box from Harbor Freight, you know. Of course, it's a rip-off of like a Snap-on tool chest, but for $500-600 or whatever it is, it's a heck of a box. And gosh darn, it's gorgeous. It doesn't have the build quality and construction of the Icon series, but it's also half the price. And I'm gonna be using this for light-duty stuff. It's not gonna have heavy-duty tools in it. So for me, it's gonna fit the aesthetic in here. We're cutting this open, we're putting in a custom door. I know I talked about this a million times, but we haven't done it yet, simply because I'm waiting on the custom door to be made. That's a whole other thing. This is the fridge we're gonna put into the ambulance. But anyway, it's a cool little interior room that we can use as a workshop. And I'm really happy with how this shop is coming together. I like how I'm using my classic 67, you know, rolls as a table. But you know what, that thing's a tank. You could tap dance on that thing, it wouldn't do shit to it, honestly. So, this is what's going on, guys. So, sorry for the ramble. It's Las Vegas. It's Friday night. Me and the old lady are gonna go out. We're gonna have some fun. That's what you do in Vegas. And I just wanted to put together a quick little YouTube video for you, just so you have something for this weekend, something to see. But we are working on the ambulance full time. I mean, a couple of us working on it all day long, every day. And it's, you know, it's a heck of a challenge. It's a lot of work to do these Vanlife Overlander vehicles. And I want it done right. You know, I've watched so many videos where I see the most like jerry-rigged things you've ever seen. And that's not my style. You guys, I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not putting you guys down. You got to work with what you got. But, you know, I'm known for doing crazy cars, DeLorean time machines, you know, Ghostbusters, all that, Knight Rider. So we know how to do complex electronics, custom fabrication, and I really want this thing to be a whole other level impressive. And the other project that we're working on is a trailer that's gonna match the ambulance exactly. It's gonna be sick. So, you know, I'm still trying to get the office put together. It's ridiculous. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch up with you. We'll probably do another video tomorrow showing you what else is going on. So catch you guys later. Have a blow pop.